First on Worcester News tonight, the power of social media. A Facebook post helps Webster police capture a suspect. Plus, could we one day travel to Mars? A professor at WPI is working on technology to help make it possible. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. Alert neighbors and a report on Facebook help police catch 2 theft suspects. Webster police say social media can play a major role in solving crimes, and this is a perfect example. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us live now to explain. Brittany?
Olivia, a post on Facebook led officers to search the area where the suspects were found. Now Webster police are applauding the community for their help.
It's a great tool for law enforcement.
A message on the Webster Police Department's Facebook page leads to the quick arrest of a 25-year-old suspect.
Had we not gotten those phone calls or those tips, we might not have been able to not only arrest these people for a break in Webster, but we also believe we solved a break in Connecticut as well.
Police say Patrick Salves and a second suspect expected to face charges soon broke into a home on Riverside Drive Tuesday morning. Shortly after, Deputy Chief Michael Shaw saw a Facebook message on their department's page.
Someone's son had seen 2 individuals running through a certain construction pit in close proximity to the area where the break happened. So I radioed that out to the officers that were there. They were able to they kind of adjusted where they were looking, and they actually came across the 2 individuals.
Shaw says social media has become a big part of policing and allows officers to interact more closely with the community.
It's incumbent upon people in the community to help us out, and if they see something suspicious, just to call us and have us check it out. We've had very good luck with our Facebook page as far as solving crimes through surveillance pictures.
Eric Scariglia lives next door to the home which was robbed. He followed the incident on the department's Facebook page and says learning police caught the suspects was comforting.
I'm glad that they actually found out who did it, and it was good to hear the community come together as a whole to find the person who broke into the house.
Salves was found with property from the Webster and Connecticut homes he broke into. He was also charged with possession of heroin with the intent to distribute. Olivia?
Our Brittany Schaefer reporting for us tonight. Thank you, Brittany. Employees at a liquor store in Worcester managed to stop a robbery Tuesday. Police say Manuel Rivera had a realistic-looking BB gun, a mask, and black paint on his face when he went into Harahi's liquor store on Ward Street. 3 employees confronted him and managed to pin him down until police arrived. No one was seriously hurt in the struggle. A Worcester man is arrested after a short but destructive car chase near Shrewsbury Street. Police say he smashed into several parked cars and woke up neighbors nearby. Our Rosalind Flaherty spoke with witnesses today and has the story.
Cell phone video captures a pickup truck ramming into parked cars on Wilson Street in Worcester. Sonny Callwood lives nearby and says he woke up to the commotion early Tuesday morning.
I just heard a car smashing against a bunch of other cars.
Worcester police say the 31-year-old suspect led them on a chase in the Shrewsbury Street area. The suspect hit several parked cars and a building. Officers attempted to stop him several times, but say he ignored them and kept going.
Noticed that there were cops behind my vehicle, and there were cops at the beginning of the street and the end of the street blocked up. And just pretty much woke up the whole neighborhood, really.
Police say a woman was sitting inside her car when the suspect hit her. She sustained non-life-threatening injuries to her neck and back. Police say officers were forced to jump out of the way as the suspect drove onto the sidewalk and accelerated. The incident ended right in front of Journey Oliveira's home. He took video from inside and says he couldn't believe what he saw.
Over here is very be quiet, you know. There's never this is happening here.
Now, police say they observed 6 small bags of cocaine inside the vehicle. The suspect faces a number of charges, including assault to murder. Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
Switching gears now, Earth Day may have passed, but it's still being celebrated in the city. UMass Medical School celebrated environmentally friendly work on campus and in the community Wednesday with their annual Earth Day event. Dozens of local vendors attended with sustainable products and services. This year's theme was reuse.
So we're focusing on organizations that are looking to, for instance, look at opportunities to reuse water on campus. How do we do that? We have a surplus with a purpose store, which helps to facilitate the exchange of usable items within the university, opposed to having them go to trash.
And in 3 years, UMass's surplus with a purpose store has exchanged about 4 to 5 tons of items, which could have otherwise ended up in a landfill. Space travel to Mars and beyond could one day be possible thanks to a cooling system created by a WPI professor. As our Chandler Walsh explains, the Teflon-like material will help keep electrical components and astronauts from overheating on board.
Jamal Yagoubi has experienced what it's like to be in space. Testing a cooling system he helped develop in zero gravity. The system was made to keep everything inside satellites and space stations from overheating and could change how space travel works.
Whether it is next generation satellites or next generation international space stations or going to Mars or going beyond the solar system, we need to come up with better and advanced cooling devices.
The WPI professor is the principal investigator for the project and is working on an advanced version of the cooling pump for the International Space Station in 2021. The technology uses charged fluids to absorb and remove heat. Yagoubi says since windows can't be opened in space, there needs to be some way to cool everything off.
If your cooling device is not capable of removing all the heats from your space station, naturally your electronics will stop working, they may burn, and astronauts will die. You have to remove the heat.
Yagoubi works alongside WPI PhD students and colleagues from NASA. PhD student Michelle Talmer says working in the lab gives her experience she wouldn't get elsewhere.
I mean, my personal dream is to help humanity inhabit more of the solar system and beyond, so being a part of that is amazing.
The cooling technology could allow NASA to travel further. Yagoubi will soon be back in the air to make sure the new technology works in space.
At 40,000 feet, we dive 10,000 feet in 20 seconds. And we do that 40 times on a given day. So you get exhausted, but it's a great experience.
Once the advanced version of the cooling system is in the International Space Station, Yagoubi and others will have to be on call 24/7 to help astronauts. Yagoubi says the technology could also be helpful here on Earth for things like refrigerators and air conditioners. Olivia? Very interesting. Thank you, Chandler. Fences are up around the former Notre Dame Day Canadian Church in downtown Worcester. It's slated for demolition soon, and a group hoping to save the structure is taking their case to city councilors. Our Cam Jandro has more.
Everything around that church has been leveled to the ground twice in the past 50 years. The church could stand for centuries.
Standing room only at Worcester's City Council meeting Tuesday, as the Save Notre Dame Alliance petitions to save their church. Group spokesperson Ted Conness says they're hoping to gain support from elected officials to keep the church standing.
Support helping to finance such a project, possibly with tax increment financing, tax incentives, maybe some public money.
Purchased by City Square 2 in 2010, Notre Dame is now owned by Hanover Insurance. The building was scheduled for Phase 1 of demolitions this week. Members of the Alliance think saving the church should be part of the city's economic development.
There's a lot of investment going on, a lot of new restaurants and a lot of excitement, a lot of students downtown. We want to give them something beautiful to visit.
Built in 1929, Notre Dame was in service for nearly 80 years, closing in 2007. The Diocese of Worcester citing health and safety reasons, as well as damage beyond repair to the building's structure. The Save Notre Dame Alliance is hoping their petition delays Phase 1, and they can give the vacant building new meaning.
We can really sit at the table and have more people, more input and more creative ideas, and reach out to others to see if we can make this a really special place.
But you don't have a renaissance by destroying the last historic church on Church Street. Makes no sense whatsoever. Great cities save their great buildings, and this great city should save ours.
Cam Jandro, Worcester News Tonight.
A sad day in the local news world today. Longtime WBZ News reporter Lana Jones has died. Jones died suddenly this morning at UMass Medical Center in Worcester. The station's program director says Jones knew everyone and everything and was a consummate professional. Jones first joined WBZ in 1991. She lived in Worcester with her husband Steve. She was 62 years old.